Lieutenant Neil Griffin, Neal-Griffin, Escondido PD.
Lieutenant Griffin, what's going on right now?
At about 6:30 this evening, some of our officers here in Escondido observed a juvenile suspect who is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon and believed to be armed with a firearm. He also has an existing arrest warrant. We did our best to arrest him in a public place, but he ran inside an apartment. Turns out it is the apartment of a relative, but we're in the process now of getting a search warrant. We believe he's still inside the apartment. He's been unresponsive to our calls, but we do have reasonable cause to believe he's inside. We're going to get a search warrant, and eventually we're going to try and enter the home and locate him and hopefully negotiate him to come out.
Do you think he's armed right now?
We have reason to believe that he was certainly armed in the past. The firearm involved in the case is still outstanding, so we work under the assumption that he is.
Where did you originally try to take him into custody? You said public place?
In the 900 block of East Mission, and he ran into a nearby apartment.
Anyone else in the apartment that we know of? Or?
We don't believe there is at this point, no.
So talk about everything that goes into setting up a perimeter like this and protecting people in the apartment and what's being done for the surrounding homes.
Well, we have evacuated some of the nearby apartments. Again, we do have reason to believe that he's armed with a firearm, or at least access to a firearm. So we have done our precautions in evacuating the area, keeping people back, that sort of thing. But at this point, it's really a waiting game. We've got a perimeter around the apartment. We're getting a search warrant. Once that warrant is secured telephonically, we'll begin our plan to enter.
So can you tell me again, like how did this start today?
We have been looking for this person. As I said, he's a juvenile, so we won't be providing his identity, but we have been looking for him. We have probable cause to arrest him. A couple of our officers who actually were working in the area saw him, tried to stop him, but again, he ran and went inside an apartment.
Can you tell us about the original charge, the assault with a deadly weapon?
It's an assault with a firearm. This young person shot at another individual. We currently are looking to arrest him for assault with a deadly weapon and discharging a firearm.
Does he have any gang affiliations that you're aware of?
Not that we're going to comment on at this point.
How old is he?
He's 17 years old.
Any gang affiliations?
Not that we're going to comment on this at this time.
Again, can you summarize what's going on, sir?
Sure. He at about 6:30 this evening, we were in the area. A couple of our patrol officers in the area. They observed a suspect that we know is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon, a firearm. We have reason to believe has access or is armed with a firearm. They attempted to stop him. He ran inside an apartment. We did our best to try and talk him out of the apartment. He's unresponsive. We have reasonable cause to believe that he's in there. We set up a perimeter as quickly as we could. There is the possibility that he's not, but we certainly do believe he is, and we're not going to leave until we can be certain one way or the other. So we have a perimeter around the apartment. Right now we're waiting for a search warrant, and once we've secured that warrant, we'll make an entry and see if we can locate him.
How did you make contact with him initially?
We just observed him in the street, and when we put out a probable cause pickup for an individual, the picture is circulated, the known locations are circulated, so a couple of officers who were just very alert saw him, and he fled.
Can you say the relationship to the relative?
I'd rather not.
Does he live in this area?
He's not from the area, but we do believe he was associated with some people in the apartment.
Is there any reason to believe that citizens might be in danger?
We've evacuated the adjacent apartments. We're holding people back as much as we can, so no, we have the area that's our area of concern is corded off.
Did you say
without giving any top secrets, sir? How long do you wait them out, and when do you go forward?
We're not in any hurry. We'll get our search warrant, and we'll do this slowly and safely, and we'll certainly make attempts to contact him, by voice. But no, we're going to take our time and do it as safely as we can, not only for the officers, but certainly for him as well.
Have you had contact with anybody in his family?
I'm not certain.
Did you say where the initial assault was? I mean, in terms of, was it under Escondido Police?
The crime is definitely being investigated by the Escondido Police Department, and it was just within the last few days, but I don't know the exact location.